Hey everybody, it's LTM here. I'm at the Cinemark right now, and I'm about to go and watch Reagan. It's been quite a while, hasn't it? I've been very busy with a lot of other things, but now I'm here. So for those who don't know who Ronald Reagan is, he was the 40th president of the United States, and a lot of historians will talk about him, and a lot of schools will talk about him and things like that. So with a story as interesting as Ronald Reagan, I hope I'm saying his last name right, of course, a movie would have to be made at some point, and what we got here is a new studio. I forgot the name of it, but it's a new independent studio, and it's probably going to be mostly known for like history films, it sounds like. I could be wrong though. The movie stars Dennis Quaid. I really like a lot of Dennis Quaid movies, mostly some of his older works, like let's see, I'm trying to think. He was in I Can Only Imagine. I liked him in that space movie, which I forgot the name of. I liked him in his cameo in Strays. A lot of movies from him. So with that being said, I am going with this thing with an open mind. I saw the trailer until this morning, so I had no idea I kind of forgot this movie was even coming out. I remember there was like a private screening for a few months ago for like a company, but that's all I know about it. So I'm going to go into this movie, and I'll give you all my thoughts when I come back. This is LTM, and I'll be right back. Hey everybody, I just got out of Reagan. So, as I stated in the beginning of it, I used to learn about Ronald Reagan back in school. It's been a long time, but I do remember some parts of Ronald Reagan's life. And judging by the critical reception, I was a little iffy going into it. But then I saw the audience score, and I'm like, okay, I'm probably going to be in one or the other. And then after coming out of this movie, I am straight down the middle with this movie. I didn't hate it as much as the critics did, but I don't love it as much as the audience score on Rotten Tomatoes. So then again, I don't really follow Rotten Tomatoes much anymore, because at this point their opinions are just kind of biased, if you know what I mean. So Ronald Reagan in this movie, it talks about his childhood, it talks about who he is, talks about the life, about his life in Hollywood, and about his life during the presidency. And it's just about that's basically about it. It's basically a biopic about Ronald Reagan. He's played by Dennis Quaid, which, like I said before, is a good actor. I like some of him in a lot of his other movies. So let me get to the good stuff. Dennis Quaid, of course, is pretty good in this. I thought he was actually spot on as Ronald Reagan. He did a good job playing him, and they did a good job casting him in that. There is some good moments, mostly the stuff with him in Hollywood. I thought that was the more interesting part of the film. And the movie does have a very good cinematography. The movie looks great in some parts. I think what brings the movie down is the editing. I think there's a lot of editing issues with it. Like, some scenes are too fast-paced. Some scenes just edit very quickly. Some of the editing felt really off in it. The other problem is that I wish they would have done more with stuff like with him in his childhood and the stuff with him in Hollywood. I mean, they do try to balance it out, but there's just not enough information, and it was more focused on him in the presidency, which fine, and I understand that they want to make this movie too long, but at the same time, it's like you kind of want to get to know more about everybody and who he is, and about how his relationship with everybody and his co-workers. So it just felt very fast-paced. I do think the movie needed to focus more on the writing a little bit, because everything felt, like I said, everything felt very rushed and stuff like that, and I think they could have done more with that. The direction was very inconsistent. I could tell there's parts of this where, like I said, at some parts of it talks about his childhood, other parts of it's about the presidency, other parts is about him being in Hollywood and about his family. It was just all over the place, and I wish they would have stuck with one direction to another. If this were something like Elvis, where they try to focus on the more important elements as well as try to make it cohesive and inconsistent, I think it would have worked better. But as is, Reagan is just kind of here. It's passable, it's fine, but it's not really something I'm going to look forward to when watching it again, and it's not really something I'm going to remember either. I guess it's tricky, because I'm not going to act like there's a lot of talent that went into this trying to balance this out. It's just kind of there, you know what I'm saying? It's not really something that I wasn't really looking forward to this film, so I didn't have any high hopes for it. But at the same time, I kind of expected something a little bit better. So I guess if you saw the trailer for this, which I very doubt very few people did, if you saw the trailer for this and you like this general idea, you'll get it, just not in a story or character that makes any sense and just doesn't feel consistent. But if you are curious, it's playing out here right now, so I guess go check it for what it's worth. If you don't like the story of Reagan or don't know who he is, then it's likely you're not going to dig this film out. But if you are curious, it's playing out here in theaters right now. I give Reagan a 6 out of 10. It's not a bad movie. It's not awful, but it could have been a lot better. All right, guys, that's Reagan. What's your favorite president movie? Please subscribe, comment below, let me know. This is LTM, and I'll see you guys later.